Hi. So in this session we discuss about the solvability of polynomials by radicals. So we begin with some definitions. An element alpha which is algebraic over F is said to be expressed by radicals if alpha is an element of a field K and K over F is a radical extension. That means if alpha is algebraic over F and alpha belongs to a top of a radical extension, then we can say that alpha can be expressed by radicals. So in this case, we say that K is a root extension of F. So when can you say that a polynomial is solvable by radical? A polynomial fx over F is said to be solvable by radicals if all its roots can be expressed by radicals. That means that all the roots of fx are in the top of a radical extension. Because we know that the splitting field of fx is the smallest field containing all roots of fx, if fx is solvable by radicals, then the splitting field of fx is contained in a radical extension, so that all the roots of fx lies on the top of the radical extension of f. So what is the importance of saying that fx is solvable by radicals? In this case, we can express each root of fx by a sequence of or a finite sequence of operations of addition, subtraction, division, multiplication and some radicals. That means nth root starting with the elements of f. So as we have seen in the case of a quadratic equation, we know that the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So that means that all the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 can be expressed as a finite sequence of operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and the square root starting with the elements a, b, c, which are elements of f. So let us see some examples of a polynomial solved by radicals. So for example, the polynomial x raised to 5 minus 1 is solvable by radicals over q. Now what is the splitting field of x raised to 5 minus 1? It is same as q of omega, where omega is primitive fifth root of unity. And because omega raised to 5 is equal to 1 which belongs to q, therefore q omega over q is a radical extension and all the roots of x raised to 5 minus 1 are in the top of the radical extension. Therefore by definition x raised to 5 minus 1 is solvable by radicals over q. So what about x raised to 5 minus 2? Is it solvable by radicals over q? Now what is the splitting field of x raised to 5 minus 2? It is same as q fifth root of 2 omega and where omega is the primitive fifth root of unity. So the extension q of fifth root of 2 omega over q is in fact a radical extension because we have a tower of extensions q contained in q fifth root of 2 contained in q of fifth root of 2 omega. And omega raised to 5 is equal to 1 and which is in q of fifth root of 2. Therefore, q fifth root of 2 omega over q fifth root of 2 is actually a simple radical extension. And also fifth root of 2 raised to 5 is equal to 2 which is in q. Therefore, q fifth root of 2 over q is also a simple radical extension. Therefore, q fifth root of 2 omega over q is a radical extension. And therefore x raised to 5 minus 2, all the roots of x raised to 5 minus 2 lies on the top of the radical extension. Therefore by definition x raised to 5 minus 2 is solvable by radicals over q. Now we will see What is the relationship between a polynomial is solvable by radicals and its Galois group? So let f be a field of characteristic 0 and fx be a polynomial over f. So if fx is solvable by radicals, then we can show that the Galois group of fx over f is solvable. That means if fx is solvable by radicals, then the corresponding Galois group or the Galois group of fx is solvable group. So what do you mean by Galois group of fx? The Galois group of fx is same as the Galois group of k over f, where k is the splitting field of fx over f. So first of all, we may assume that fx is a separable polynomial. And suppose fx is solvable by radicals. So what does that mean? Fx is solvable by radical means each root of fx lies on the top of a radical extension. That means there exists a radical extension k over f such that all roots of fx are in k. That means that the radical extension k over f contains the splitting field of fx or f, because the splitting field of fx is the smallest field containing all roots of fx. Because we know that any radical extension of f is contained in a Galois radical extension, so we may assume that k is a splitting field of fx and k over f is a Galois radical extension, because k over f is we got that k over f is a radical extension and which contains the splitting field of fx over f. So and any radical extension is contained in a Galois radical extension, so we may assume that k is the splitting field of fx and k over f is a Galois radical extension. So the Galois group of fx is same as Galois group of k over f, because k is now the splitting field of fx. So our aim is what? To show that Galois group of k over f is actually a solvable group. So because k over f is a radical extension, there exists alpha 1 etc. alpha r belongs to k and positive integers n1, n2 etc. n0 such that k is equal to f of alpha 1 etc. alpha r. And alpha 1 raised to n1 is belongs to f, alpha 2 raised to n2 belongs to f of alpha 1 etc. alpha r raised to nr belongs to f of alpha 1 etc. alpha r minus 1. And therefore, ER over ER minus 1 is a simple radical extension, ER minus 1 over ER minus 2 is a simple radical extension, and so on. E1 over E0 is also a simple radical extension. So, K over F is a simple radical extension. So, let N is, so because K over F is a radical extension, we can write it as a, in terms of simple radical extensions. So, let N is equal to LCM of N1 into etc. N. And let E be the splitting field of x raised to n minus 1 over k. So then E will be what? K omega, where omega is the primitive nth root of unity. So because E is the splitting field of x raised to n minus 1 over k is same as k omega, where omega is the primitive nth root of unity. Because k is the splitting field of fx over f, k omega will be the splitting field of fx over omega. So therefore, E is the splitting field of the separable polynomial x raised to n minus 1 into fx over f. That means E over f, E is the splitting field of a polynomial x raised to n minus 1 into fx over f. So therefore, by the characterization of a Galois extension, E over f is a Galois extension. So therefore E over f is a Galois extension. It is already given that k over f is a Galois extension. In fact, it is a Galois radical extension. K over f is a Galois extension and E over f is also a Galois extension. So because k over f is a Galois extension, the Galois group of E over k is a normal subgroup of Galois group of E over f by the fundamental theorem of Galois theory. And the Galois group of k over f is same as the quotient group of Galois group of E over F mod Galois group of E over K. So that means that a Galois group of K over F is the quotient group of Galois group of E over F. So our aim is what? To show the Galois group of K over F is a solvable group. But we know that the quotient group of a solvable group is solvable. So it is enough to show that Galois group of E over F is solvable, because if Galois group of E over F is solvable, then as Galois group of K over F is a quotient group of the solvable group, therefore Galois group of K over F will become solvable. So it is enough to show that Galois group of E over F is solvable. To show Galois group of K over F is solvable, because Galois group of K over F is the Galois group of Fx. Now let us define Fi is equal to F of omega alpha 1 etc. alpha, where omega is the primitive nth root of unity, the generator of E, because E is equal to K omega. So then Fr is equal to, Fr will be F of omega alpha 1 etc. alpha r, that will be same as K omega, because K is equal to F of alpha 1 etc. alpha r, and K omega is equal to E, so Fr is equal to E. Because Ni divides N, every primitive nth root of unity is an nth root of unity. So therefore Fi contains all primitive nth root of unity for each I is equal to 1 to etc. r. So because Fi minus 1 contains all nth root of unity, Fi is the splitting field of the separable polynomial h raised to ni minus ai. What is ai? Ai is alpha I raised to ni. But alpha I raised to ni belongs to Fi minus 1. So it is a polynomial over Fi minus 1. And therefore Fi is the splitting field of some separable polynomial over Fi minus 1. Therefore, by the characterization of the Galois extension, Fi over Fi minus 1 is a Galois extension. That means Fi over Fi minus 1 is a Galois extension. Because Fi minus 1 contains all primitive nth root of unity, the Galois group of Fi over Fi minus 1 is in fact an abelian group. So, because Fi over Fi minus 1 is a Galois extension, the Galois group E over Fi, the Galois group of E over Fi is a normal subgroup of Galois group of E over Fi minus 1, and the Galois group of Fi over Fi minus 1 is the quotient group of the Galois group of E over Fi minus 1 mod Galois group of E over Fi. So, and that means that this quotient group is an abelian group, because Galois group of Fi over Fi minus 1 is an abelian group. Therefore, we have a subnormal series of subgroup begin with identity contained in Galois group of E over Fr minus 1 and so on, Galois group of E over F, with each quotient factor is actually a abelian group. That means each quotient group is an abelian group. That means that this series is a solvable series of Galois group of E over F. So therefore, by definition, Galois group of E over F is solvable. Therefore, Galois group of K over F, which is the Galois group of Fx, is solvable, because Galois group of K over F is the quotient group of Galois group of E over F. So we have proved that if Fx is solvable by radicals, then its Galois group is a solvable group. In the next theorem, we prove the converse of this. The converse says that suppose F is a field of characteristic 0 and Fx is a polynomial over F, and if the Galois group of K over F is solvable, where K is a splitting field of Fs, that means Galois group of K over F is the Galois group of the polynomial Fx, then you want to show that Fx is actually solvable by radicals. That means you want to show that all the roots of Fx are in the top of a radical extension. So that means if the Galois group of a polynomial is solvable, then that polynomial is solvable by radicals. So let K be the splitting field of Fx and the degree of extension K over F is equal to. So let L be the splitting field of h raised to minus 1 over k, and omega is the primitive nth root of unity over k. Then L is equal to k omega, because L is the splitting field of h raised to n minus 1 over k, and omega is the primitive nth root of unity. So let E is equal to f of omega. That means L is equal to k omega and E is equal to f omega. So then L will be the splitting field of fh over E, because L is k omega and E is f omega, and fh is the splitting field of, k is the splitting field of fh over f. Therefore L will be the splitting field of fh over E. So therefore, because k or f is a Galois extension, the Galois group of L over E is actually the Galois extension, and this Galois group of L over E is isomorphic to a subgroup of Galois group of K over F. So if H is equal to Galois group of L over E, then H is a subgroup of Galois group of K over F. But we know that a Galois group of K over F is a solvable group. It is given. So, and we know that any subgroup of a solvable group is solvable, and therefore Galois group of L over E is solvable. That means H is a solvable group. So therefore H has a solvable series. So let the solvable series of H be identity equal to H naught contained in H1 and so on contained in Hk is equal to H, where Hi minus 1 is normal in Hi and Hi mod Hi minus 1 is abelian, because it's a solvable series of H. So we can get a one-to-one correspondence. By the Galois correspondence, we have a one-to-one correspondence between the subfields and subfields of L containing E and the subgroups of H. So let EI be the fixed field of HI in L. Then the degree of extension of EI plus 1 over EI is same as the order of the quotient group HK minus I mod HK minus I minus 1. So because we have a solvable series H naught contained in H1 contained in Hk is equal to H, and the quotient group is abelian, we can refining the solvable series and make Hi mod Hi minus 1 is a cyclic group of order Pi, where Pi's are primes. So therefore the degree of extension EI plus 1 over EI is the quotient group, order of the quotient group Hk minus I mod Hk minus I minus 1, which is Pi plus 1, which is a prime. And each Pi divides n, because L over E is n. The degree of the extension divides n. So Pi must divide n. And because of that, each pith root of unity is, primitive pith root of unity is nth root of unity. So because omega is in E, omega is the primitive nth root of unity. Because omega is in E, which is same as E naught, each EI has all pith root of unity for I is equal to 1 to k. So because this one is a EI minus 1 contains all pith root of unity, primitive pith root of unity. EI, we can write it as EI minus 1 of nth root, pith root of some AI, for some AI belongs to EI minus 1. That means that EI over EI minus 1 is a simple radical extension. So because each EI minus 1, EI over EI minus 1 is a simple radical extension, L over E will become a radical extension. So we have L over E is a radical extension, but what is E? E is equal to f of omega, and omega raised to n is equal to 1, which belongs to f. Therefore E over f is in fact a simple radical extension, so it is a radical extension. So we have L over E and E over f are radical extensions, so L over f is a radical extension. And this radical extension contains the splitting field of fx. That means k is contained in L. So that means that L or F contains the splitting field K of Fh. Therefore, L contains all roots of Fh and L over F is a radical extension. That means that all the roots of Fh are on the top of a radical extension. That means that Fh is solvable by radicals. So we have proved that if Fh is solvable by radicals, then its group is solvable, then the corresponding Galois group is solvable group, and if the corresponding Galois group is solvable, then the polynomial is solvable by radical. That means that Fh is solvable by radicals if and only if the Galois group of the polynomial is solvable group. So that's the end of the proof. So in the next session we discuss about insolvability of polynomials of degree 5. Thank you.